What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? Check it out. Without a doubt, I'm Uncle Mike, and I picked a lot of different videos that I think is very important to the beginner, the people that's really beginning. And I think this is going to be a gold mine type video, because once you begin and you putting up these videos and you got your three things in order, which is your title, what your channel's about, and what you're saying out your mouth, especially in the beginning. So if you're talking about tennis shoes, your YouTube channel's about tennis shoes, and then what you're saying out your mouth, hey guys, we got a brand new set of tennis shoes. Now a brand new set of sneakers, because your channel is not about sneakers. And we're gonna get into all this right after this intro. Let's check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, guys. Check out our links below. Sign up for our 4 videos, 4 free videos that teach you, that starts from the beginning of everything. Look here. I thought this video right here was important, because nine times out of 10, and this happens to everybody, as soon as you start uploading videos, you're not going to get a lot of views. But you uploading these videos for practice, like we did. You practice. But what you want to do is, once you know that you have the 3 things in your formula, all you need is these 3 things. Your title matches what your video is about, what your channel is about. Your title matches what your channel's about, and your video, because what you're saying out of your mouth matters, because the algorithm makes a transcript, which is keywords and different things in there, so you can get more subscribers to come toward what it is you're passionate about. Now, once you start doing that, then you wait 2 or 3 months down the line and you do this. That's what this video is about. Your old videos could be pulling 10 times more views. Do this ASAP. So let's see what it is he's doing, and see if it's something good for the new YouTubers. Let's check it out.
Right now, this client's video is blowing up, and you can see it was an old video, almost a year old, 27 days before it started taking off. What I wanted to show you in today's video is what we did right here to make this happen. Because this was a small channel, under 500 subscribers, when this started happening. And I'm seeing this work even for videos that aren't almost a year old. Howdy, everyone. Nate here. The technique that we used on this client's channel is what I'm calling a channel remaster. This is...
Ooh, I like this already. Let's keep going, y'all. I think this is going to be real hot.
This is essentially where you are taking the content on your channel and making it as appealing as possible to the YouTube algorithm. So here is what it looks like. 1, we're limiting the amount of content that the algorithm has available to pull from and show to our audience. 2, we're creating what I call content chains with the structure of our videos and how they're strung together, such that it's easy for our audience and the algorithm to clearly see that this video belongs with this and this and this. It creates a binge factor. And 3, with our previous old videos, like the one I just showed from my client's channel, and our new videos, we're intentionally weaving them together such that every new video I publish has a likelihood of doing a scoop into our old content and bringing new viewers into experiencing more of our channel. And 4, there are a few key factors that you want to make sure you pay attention to, because if we don't do this right, then it won't work. So let's talk about the what and why, and then next we're going to get into each step and applying it. So the behavior of an old video that I just showed you on that client's channel, that wasn't the only old video that started taking off recently. And chances are, if you've been doing YouTube for a while, you've also observed occasional old videos popping for seemingly no reason. Here is why a channel remaster works so effectively. A quote-unquote old video will take off on your channel because, first, fresh data was given to the algorithm. It's new data in terms of impressions and viewership. Something led to that old video. That might be an external site referencing your video. It might be another creator doing a shout out, or it might be one of your newer videos leading traffic to that older video. Regardless.
you got your new videos, and you all you got to do is do a remake of that old video that you did at first. You did all that studying, you did all that research, and you got this video. Then you say, okay, I'm gonna target this video, and you start talking. You're doing your new video. Then you say, remember, I did a video a long time ago about this, and this is what I said in that video. Y'all need to go check it out. Boom.
Regardless, fresh data given to that old video performs well with this new audience that is being shown to. And C, there is no C. That was just me having fun with this. It really is, because this and then this occurs. And this is why doing this channel remaster is so effective, because many times the algorithm will do this on its own. But what we're doing with the channel remaster is we are giving the algorithm a nudge to do this exact behavior. We're essentially putting our best foot forward and only providing quality videos and directing our audience in the way that we want them to be directed, such that if the videos are good, the algorithm has to perform the way we want it to. So let's talk about step one. But first, a word from the sponsor of today's video, which is yours truly. Yes, it's me. I have some projects in the works, as well as some ongoing experimentations that I am doing firsthand with members of the Radical Creators Group. It is a free group. I'm going to recommend you join it, because you will know firsthand of several of the tests that I'm conducting right now. So yes, the sponsored moment here is join the group and get my free, awesome, advanced YouTube template, etc., as well as all of this. Yeah, the link's in the pinned comment. Moving on, step one, we limit the amount of data that is available for the algorithm to pull from. First, we're reducing the lower quality videos, or the videos that don't fit our current brand, by taking those videos and unlisting them from our channel. With the videos that remain, we're directing them to the other videos on our channel. And that is where step two comes in, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So as you're deciding which videos to unlist from your channel, first, we're asking ourselves, is it brand aligned? And yes, I know I purposely misspelled aligned here. It's totally purposeful, and not because I accidentally wrote it that way and it was a mistake and it seemed to work really well to cross it out because it's not brand aligned. We might cut that out. Now, when we say brand here, we're talking about how you are approaching content and the way you are directing your audience. Is the content current to the value you're providing and the entertainment you're looking to give to your audience? So we're going through each of the videos on our channel. If the answer is no, then we're going to unlist it. Next question is there a newer, better option of this video already existing on my channel, and this old video is not getting viewership anymore? If the answer to that is yes, then we are going to unlist the old one. As an example of this client's channel, they're in the history entertainment space. There were a few older videos that were kind of off from the main historical themes and branding we were going for with the channel. So what we did is we unlisted those old videos to redirect all the future traffic and the future success and explosions of videos to these very on-topic quality videos that the algorithm could pull from. Why this works so well is because it's enhancing the natural YouTube algorithm behavior. YouTube's algorithm already does this naturally. They say, hey, a bunch of new viewers came to this channel from a popular video. It's performing well with the broader audience. We're gonna look at the metadata of this video as well as the metadata of this viewer. And they say, based on these two things, we think this next thing, this next piece of content is the right one to recommend next. So viewers will watch one video and then YouTube will recommend the next one. But what we're doing here, and part of why this is so effective for medium to small size channels, is we're giving the algorithm a nudge by saying, by the way, these are the best videos. So once we've done that, it's time to move on to step two.
Okay, before step two, I think, well, it all depends on how many videos you got uploaded. If you're close to like over 100 videos uploaded, you've been doing this for like 4 or 5 months, then maybe this will work. I tried. I would unlist some of the videos, some of your videos, I'm sorry, y'all. But I don't recommend to unlist any videos. That's hard for me to swallow. If you're trying this whole formula, then do it. You know, see if it works. Then you can re-release those same videos by but I mean, you got to try something. I never tried this. So only thing I know is once I upload a video, we let it run, period. We don't take no videos down. We don't unlist them. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we be getting some more power out of our videos and stuff. So anyway, I'm more focused toward teaching people. So maybe like our first 5 or 6 videos, we should unlist them to help point toward a video that I think is a gold mine. So we should try that, but we're not going to try it no time soon because we still a small channel. We still in the beginning stages, so don't unlist any of your videos, not just yet.
Creating content chains. All the artwork was done by yours truly, and yes, I do this nice little avatar with series on the mind. Because what I want you to start thinking like here is, rather than individual videos being independent islands of content, hey, I'm just seeing the next video on my channel, I'm just gonna plan this next video, and I can't see beyond it. Instead, I want you to take a step back as you're ideating and planning a video and saying, hey, how does this play into the ongoing series or the content chains that are available on my channel? So in order to do that, first, we're making these content chains extremely obvious to the algorithm and to our audience. The number one way we're doing that from a structure perspective is creating playlists chaining like videos alike, with each playlist matching either a goal that your audience has or an overarching theme and sub-themes. For example, if you have a homesteading channel, let's say building the barn out is the main theme. You can have a playlist of the entire series, the content chain of building the barn. But then in addition to that, if there are unique moments along the way, let's say building the exterior of the barn, filling the barn with awesome animals, and then making the barn super smart. So all I have to do is clap my hands and everything turns on. Each of those things could be independent playlists that are mini content chains. Are you getting this? The value of this is so good because it matches audiences' goals, and we're making it extremely clear and obvious to the algorithm, hey, these 5 videos belong together. When someone watches one of them, naturally, the next step is to watch the next one. And this is so effective because of what I call the binge factor. This is essentially where we are signaling to the algorithm, hey, when someone watches one video on my channel, guess what? They also watch 2 and maybe 3 and 4 and 5 and on. Now, for an example of what this looks like in action, you can visit the homepage of my channel. You can just click or tap on my name below this video, go to the homepage of my channel and scroll down and see what it looks like. Because if a series of videos work really well as a content chain, sometimes you can actually double dip on the user interface of YouTube. Case in point, I've done some workout videos from a creator, a fitness instructor called Caroline Gervin. When I watch through some of these videos and I go back to the homepage, sometimes I'll have the next video in the series show up as an independent video, but I will also have the series as a playlist show up on my homepage. Now we need to address the little asterisk here. When we're making it obvious to the algorithm by putting videos together in these content chains, first of all, it needs to be working. Like, we need to see that one video clearly leads to another one, because if we try to signal several times, hey, viewers of this video also might like this one, and then the algorithm sees they aren't liking this one over and over again, you're not getting a lot of playlist views or suggested viewership on that second video in the series, for example, then maybe it's time to swap it out. But also be careful using numbers. When we're doing a content chain, and let's say we have a gaming channel and we're doing a let's play, playing through the entirety of a game, the whole story. If episode 1 in the title or thumbnail says number 1 or episode 1 and then episode 2 and episode 3, what happens if someone arrives at episode 39? Many times what will happen is YouTube will recommend this new one, and it's clear that, hey, this is episode 39. A new viewer will go, that's episode 39. I'm not going to try to watch the entire thing. And in that way, it can be advantageous to just omit the number, even if it's a series. It's a case by case, okay? And this is the kind of thing I want to be testing as part of the group that I recommended that you joined earlier in the totally not sponsored segment.
Man, okay, we did 2 segments, series. We did 2 series. We did an Ali Carter series, and we actually put the numbers in that he said don't do. So now we know not to put the numbers in. But, you know, in our thinking, in human thinking, I'm thinking that if a person come to Ali Carter series number 17, they were like, oh, this is a series? Let me start from the beginning. And they will watch the series all the way through. That's what we're thinking. But what he's saying is, maybe I never thought of it like this. This is series number 17. Oh, and this, I'm not going to start way back then. I don't want to see all that. I just want to go here. The algorithm probably gives you from 17, go to 18. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? I mean, it's a guessing game, but you got to think first like a human being and not an algorithm. That's the first thing you got to do.
Because it's my group and it's free. Okay,
there we go.
There's another factor here that makes these content chains so effective. You can intentionally lead people through different formats of videos. I have a method I created upon observing audience behavior. I call it the FIRE method with 2 eyes, and there's different video types. Tinder videos tend to spread quickly, but they burn out quickly. Kindling is kind of a staple for your audience. And then logs are often bigger videos that have a slow burn over time. When you're creating a content chain, you can actually build it out such that the first video is a Tinder, the second is a Kindling, the third is a log, or some variation of those 3 things. Which if you haven't watched the video about the FIRE method, I'm gonna talk more about it here in a moment. Next step, boop the like button if this video is being helpful or eye-opening to you thus far, and insert a thumbs up emoji here as you're booping the like button. There you go. Thank you for doing that. But really, step 3 is this. Let's weave some videos together. What we're doing here, and I have rarely seen this talked about in this way, is we're essentially saying, as we plan a new video, we're going to build into it that the natural next step is an older video. It's what I call content scooping. You'll see it happen when you have a newer video and it happens to recommend an older video. That older video will start to take off. And that is part of exactly what worked with this client's video so well. We had a newer video that was on the same theming as this old video. And voila, the old video with the similar historical theming, boom, it's popping right now. So when you do this, you're essentially, quote unquote, selling that old video in this new video. For an example of what this looks like, look no further than watching videos on my channel, because I tend to do it a lot. When you're thinking about an idea for a video, first you say, hey, this is what's going to be the value for the audience. Then you say, all right, what's the title going to look like? Then you say, all right, what's the thumbnail going to look like? And then you say, where am I going to direct them from this video? So in practice, many times what this looks like is you have the new video, the orange here. I'm planning out this content, planning out this content. Oh, and by the way, there's this older piece of content that you will probably enjoy as well. All right, now I'm delivering more. And oh, and the call to action at the end is, hey, there's this old video that's quite valuable. It's quite helpful. You probably want to watch that next. Or it pairs perfectly with this story. I built this barn. I've just finished with the interior. If you want to see what it looks like from the moment as we're preparing the land before we even built the frame, you better go watch that older video of mine. And that's what we're talking about with the call to action directing to another piece of content, because when we do that, we're creating the behavior of content chains where we're signaling to the algorithm that we create binge factor with our audience. And YouTube loves nothing more than creators that create binge factor with their audiences. Why? Because watch time literally translates into revenue for them. It's ad revenue for the YouTube platform. So as far as where to place those things, 2 best places, besides the obvious end screen, is the pinned comment. At this point, unfortunately, the user interface on YouTube, they've been gradually deprioritizing the video description. It's still good to have a library of links and all that, but the pinned comment is much more visible on any device other than TV, but that's a whole different video. Because now we need to talk more key factors, a bit more of the make or break. First, as you're going through and you're eliminating videos or you're unlisting videos from your channel, you want to leave enough data for the algorithm to do that content scooping behavior. It would be a shame if you had a new video blow up and there was nothing for the algorithm to say, hey, you like this video? Oh, there's nothing. I can't show them any older videos. Now, as far as what enough actually looks like, it's often a case-by-case basis. It really depends on how extreme you want to take this channel remaster. In most cases, I would not recommend unlisting more than 50% of the videos that you have on your channel. In fact, that's why I put B here. If it's ever a question, you go through the questions that we covered earlier on in this video, and you're not sure whether to unlist a video or not, just the default, think of it as I'm keeping it public. I'm not going to unlist that video. In fact, before I move on to this, there's one more thing that you might want to consider as you're doing a remaster on your channel. Visual enhancements. This occurs after you do the other 3 steps. We're talking the channel banner and the thumbnails on the older videos. And this occurs after you've done the other 3 steps because hopefully at that point, you have the highest quality videos already on your channel. Here's how to decide whether or not to change a thumbnail on an older video. If it continues to get a significant amount of viewership, do not touch it, just leave it as is. Don't change the thumbnail or title or anything. If we're looking to bring new life into an older video and the old thumbnail style is significantly different than your new, hopefully successful thumbnail style, then it might be time to change it. Because what will happen is new viewers will come to your channel, they'll watch maybe a couple of videos with the new thumbnail style, and then YouTube will recommend an older style. And if it's too different, then the viewer might not even realize it's one of your videos. Which leads us to this remaster test. First, does this old piece of content provide value to my audience still? If the answer is yes, and it's enough and it's brand aligned, then we keep it. 2, is it worth a remake? Is the new thing that much better than the old one, such like to the degree that it makes sense to just unlist the old one? Then proceed. 3, if the answer to that is no, it's not worth a remake, do I still keep it and pad it? And padding it means directing to it from other content. Hence, I wrote this down here. Even if the video is 2 years old and it's still a really significant, relevant, on-brand video, I might want to keep it and have a bunch of new videos point to that old video. So that as we're doing that, we're going through each of these steps, especially as we're planning new video types, we're picking, is this a Tinder video, a kindling, or a log based on the audience behavior that I want to occur for that video. And you know what I'm doing here. To decide which content type you want to do, yes, you're going to want to watch this video next because it is my FIRE method, and I have an in-depth template for deciding which types of videos to publish at what point. So go watch that next, and we'll see you there.
Very good information. I think some of the people that's putting out this great information, man, is moving too fast, because YouTube is about really talking fast and getting your, so we're going to do this and we're going to do, no, if you want to learn, if you want to stop guessing, you need a coach like me that's willing to slow down, because I want to make sure you get these things. Because when I first started, I would listen and watch people like this, and I would hit the pause button a whole lot, rewind, because I really wanted to get it. And I'm like, God dang, he talking so fast and skipping over all this stuff. Like the other guy was talking about building a website. If you want to learn, let's learn. Don't take the shortcuts. All this AI stuff and that stuff is hurting your learning ability. You got to learn how to copy and paste first. Control shortcuts, Control C and Control V. As you see, I look down to make sure I'm saying the right letters. But all of this stuff that I'm doing is like muscle memory real quick. And I think the beginner needs to learn different things like this, like pointing to another video. So we're going live in 2 more hours, and I'm going to be talking about this on our live channel, how to point to another video. And my formula, the growth formula, is try to use 3 different things to point to it. You talking in the video and say, oh, I did a video about this back then, and you might want to check that out. That's one way. Then you want to do the pinned comment, like he said. That's another way. Then the third way is, haven't figured it out yet. So I try to always do 3 different ways, because some people don't even go to the comment section, but the people listening will go to the video. The end screen, the third one could be the end screen. So one of your end screens can be that video that you just pointed to. See? Try to get 3 different ways to point some people to somewhere. These are the goals that a beginner needs to do. They need to find 3 ways to do A, B, or C. I'm Uncle Mike. I'm going to get on up out of here. Hey, y'all, take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.